Hey, how's it going guys, and welcome to the first video of League Preview featuring Quinn and Valor. For those of you who may not know, there is a test server known as PvE where new content goes before it comes onto the live server. So with that, bear in mind that these things can change, the particles and stuff can change as well as the cooldowns and the skills. Anyway, as you can see from the gameplay as well as figuring out from the name, this awesome new champion can transform from a human to a bird, very similar to the way Lee works. I believe Quinn and Valor will be played almost exclusively AD due to the fact that W gives a huge attack speed buff and also all his abilities do scale in AD. Speaking of which, let's get into them because in my opinion some of them are really cool. So first up is the Q, which I think is going to be amazing in laning phase. Basically it sends a skill shot in the form of the bird, dealing a decent amount of damage, but more importantly it blinds the enemy for up to 1.5 seconds. And if you do this in the bird form, it does it in an AoE around you. So this is going to be really useful, I think, while you're laning against your opponents. So now we have the W called Heightened Senses, which I think is super cool, but probably going to get nerfed somewhere down the line. The passive and active are the same for human and bird form. The passive gives you bonus attack speed, which it gives you more, a bigger ratio in bird form, but it's still pretty strong on the human form. And the active, which you'll see here in a second, grants you a vision of everything around you for 2 seconds. It's a big radius, and I think this is really strong. Quinn and Valor's is also another brilliant spell, I think, because it allows you to dash onto them, slow them for 70% while leaping away. So say you have a bruiser on you or something and he's already in melee range, you can dash them, slow them, and then jump away at a fair distance. So it's pretty useful, I think. It does the same in bird form, except the only difference will be you will not dodge away from them, as you can see here. So you'll stay within melee range, which is a little bit weaker. So obviously you'd have to decide at the time which you think is the best to do. But yeah, a good spell, I think, overall. So, surprise, surprise, Quinn's ultimate transforms you into a bird. Obviously, you guys already knew that. You gain an 80% movement speed buff, which is pretty big, and it lasts you for 20 seconds. So yeah, that is an amazing escape mechanism if you need to use it. At the end of the 20 seconds, or if you recast this ability, it will cast down an AoE spell, which, as you saw there, deals a fair amount of damage, and it scales for 1.0, so it scales pretty good. 1.0 AD, that is. And so now we're going to move on to the joke, taunt, dance, laugh, and recall and death animations. So I hope you're enjoying it so far, and I'm going to see you towards the end of the video.
Who's there? Jarvan who? Valor! I've got friends in high places.
Really appreciate you guys watching. Please leave a like rating if you did enjoy this video, and be sure to comment down below on feedback. And that's pretty much it. My link will be in the description for my own channel, so if you want to check that out, feel free to. And other than that, have a nice day, and I'll see you soon.